Yo, wagwan. Tish your boy, Jithon, Legendary, and we are here with another Skyrim photo session. We have the luxury outfits session. Okay, not the outfits you're wearing now because it's more simple, but somebody had a mod pack, 3 that were massive. It had outfits like these, okay, more casual, and then it had an outfit. It had outfits with a bunch of luxury looking gear, as you could kind of see by her earrings, her necklace. Okay, and I was like, you know what? It'd be criminal not to do a session where it's all about luxurious, expensive clothes. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. Shows you people join Legendary Clan Sports Channel become legendary. I do all things photography, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. With that being said, check out all the links in the description. Check out the new merch. Stuff is mad swaggy. Let's go. Alrighty, check the fit, you know what I mean? Looking absolutely stunning she is. Now let's go ahead and increase that color just a little bit. Not too much now, but just enough. Actually, that's a good word is. Look at the fit, man. Come on, man. Got the beads. These some really dang good beads, too. You know what I'm saying? Great beads. Now this is one of the many outfits in that pack, and I mean, when I say many, I mean many. Alright, that person put they all into that dang pack, man. It'll pop up in the intro. I'm gonna edit it into the intro, so people ain't gotta go looking. Well, I mean, obviously you gotta go look for it, but you're gonna know what the name is. I'm gonna have it right there. This crap is fancy. Everything in there is just fancy. As you can clearly see, since she's up on the table, we're going to be doing a lot of seated poses here. I'm trying to see, though, do I want to use the what's the name? And I probably shouldn't, because as you can see, it's causing some issues. What is that? I forget which one that is. Alrighty. And boom. And after this, we're going to record some Cyberpunk, where I will explain. I did a post where, goodness gracious, I did a post where I was telling people, like, I'm going to have to switch up the content for a little bit. Today and tomorrow I should have mad amounts of time to allow me to record a whole bunch of photo sessions, so I'm gonna get that done as soon as possible. I've done 2 so far, Black Desert, now we're on Skyrim, then I'm gonna do some Cyberpunk, and then later today, after all these videos are done rendering, I'm gonna do some more. I wish to do GTA, but it's giving me issues. Wouldn't load. It said, oh, it needs a graphic card, needs to be updated, so I did that. Every other game has been working fine. It's still working fine. Still except for GTA. I'm not gonna lie. Starting to get on that Enzoy level where I'm getting kind of sick and tired of the bullcrap. I might just have to take the, maybe, I'm thinking it's the graphics mod. The NVE graphics mod. If it is that, I'm gonna just turn that graphics mod off. I've been wanting to do some GTA photos for a hot minute now, but I can't because there's always some dang issue. Honestly, I think it's the mod. That graphics mod I got on there. It's unfortunate because, man, that crap looks amazing. But if I can't do nothing, it's constantly having issues. I have to go. Like I said, it is unfortunate because the graphics is absolutely stupendous. I look in the right direction. Smile on her face. And it's unfortunate because I barely got to use the crap. I ain't been able to do no dang GTA photos in forever, dude. Do some dang GTA. Been a hot minute. That was one of my favorite games to do photos on. Great graphics, great looking city. You know what I mean? You can't go wrong with GTA. You really can't. Cannot go wrong with good old GTA. Facing this direction just in case. I figured this dress would kind of give us a little bit of issues, but it was too dang fancy, so I was like, I'm gonna use it anyways, and we'll just skip past certain poses where it causes a lot of problems. Don't cause too much problems and we'll be fine and we'll make use of it, but if it do, you see how it's flopping up like that? That's not gonna work. Also be careful because she got undergarment on, of course, but you know, that is safe. You feel me? Look how much that's stretching. That is absurd. I figured it'd give us a little bit of issue. Find the right poses, we'll be fine. Man, hold up. So you just gonna watch this much of the video, and you not even gonna subscribe? Nah, don't wave to them. They ain't even hit the subscribe button. Come on now, hit that subscribe button. For the next two characters though, we decide to use this dress ever again for any other character, we'll make sure that they're mostly standing poses in order to avoid the sad issues I knew this dress would give us. It was too fancy. Skin color matches, her skin tone matches the dress color real well. I'm like, we gotta use it. Gonna give us some issues, but I gotta make use of it. Man, gotta make use of that jump. Back over here. I was letting people know I'm gonna have to switch up the content, but now I was thinking, I'm like, wait, no, I think I got some time. What happened was I went way too dang overboard trying to record videos for the Warcraft channel and for the gaming channel, so that I would have stuff to upload in the meantime. Because more than likely the gaming channel is the one channel that I probably will leave behind, just because I really don't play games like that, and when I do, it's to do this, like what we're doing now, and that's take my dang photos. But the problem was, trying to think of content for the gaming channel was near impossible because I just don't play games like that anymore. The only game I do play is Call of Duty against bots, because that's the only way to have fun on Call of Duty any dang more. And Warcraft. You know what I'm saying? Now, Warcraft PvP, I can hop on there and do Warcraft PvP any dang day. Why? Because there's no dang cheaters. Call of Duty, there's cheaters every fucking where, so I don't want to do that. The problem is, I don't know how many people care to watch me play against bots. Now, I have uploaded videos in the past where I'm doing bot lobbies and they've done incredible. Especially for at the time when I didn't even have that many subscribers at the time I had uploaded those videos. But you know, with YouTube being so dang heavily oversaturated now, I mean, you know, it's near impossible to get views any dang where unless you're paying for them through Google Ads, which you should any dang ways. But back then it was just to get your stuff out there. Now it's to rush past the 50 trillion channels that are uploading. There's 115 million active uploaders on YouTube now. And what that means is, active uploaders means that these are people who are actively uploading on a schedule or just often. Not people who uploaded like one video and then they bounced out. Because if you count that way, I think there's 2 billion people on YouTube. I mean, active uploading as in this guy or this girl has an active schedule that they stick to, have stuck to for like a week, or not a week, for like a month or more. Active uploaders. So because of that, man, you'll be lucky if you get a dang view out here. So now, like I said, back then paying for ads was to get your content out just a little faster. Now it's because you actually and actively have to get past the oceans of people who are uploading videos. You know what I'm saying? And that's easier said than done. A lot of dang money. Okay. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm gonna continue to upload to any of the channels, more than likely it'll be Warcraft, because that's what I do when it comes to playing games. That'll be my photos channel, because that's what I do when it comes to life. My music channel, because that's what I do when it comes to life. I love making beats. I'll probably never stop making beats. It would be impossible for me to stop making beats. Because the reason I make beats in the first place is because I be wanting a sound that nobody else makes, so I gotta make it myself. You know what I'm saying? Or I find a sample that nobody else used, so now I'm gonna use it. Or there's a sample that other people did use, and I want to use it. See what I can do with it. You know what I'm saying? So, with the gaming channel, I'm like, I don't know how many people gonna want to watch me shoot at bots. Although for me, it's good fun. I feel like I'm playing good old classic Call of Duty before everybody named mama got their hands on a Corona Zen, you know, pre-2018 Call of Duty. That was a different time of Call of Duty. You know what I mean? That's a time of Call of Duty we'll never experience again, unless you're goofing around with the bots. Be like, poses like this could work. Problem is, you know, that dress has some serious rigidity to it. That dress ain't falling. You know what I'm saying? So you can't. It don't work. Dress about as stiff as it get. I ain't think about it before I made her wear the dress. I ain't gonna lie. All I was thinking about how pretty the dress was and how much it matched her. I slowly started to realize, wait, I've made a great mistake here. That dress is not gonna move. It looked great though. So continue to rock with it. You know what I'm saying? But YouTube is so dang over flooded now. Like, this is why I got a new direction in my life. Outside of me still trying to do my photography and whatnot. YouTube is no longer my focus. I guess in a way it kind of wasn't, but it was definitely something I was trying to make use of. So much so to the point that it was brain racking every time I would upload a video and see that it got no views and crap. I'd be like, alright, I'm getting stressed out. I done wasted years of my life. But it's all good. You know what I mean? Better late than never. So now when I upload a video, of course I'm gonna keep the quality there with y'all getting to see these photos and whatnot in my photo session videos. But if something doesn't get the amount of views that I was hoping, I'm no longer, you know, stuck on the fact that, dang, why didn't the video do good? There's just too many people on YouTube now. See the way that I should have chose a different outfit. God, it's such a great looking dress, but man, dang, long piece. Well, I know better for the next two characters. I'm gonna do probably go with Made. It's been a long time since I've done anything with Made. It's been a long time since I've done anything with Julie. Okay, got 2 chocolates and 1 Latina. That's what we're doing. That's how we doing it. What's this one? This work? You make this work? If we can hide that leg, good. That's only if we can hide that leg properly with that squished in knee. Nah, that's too far up. If the dang dress wasn't clipping and her knee wasn't busted, this right here would actually be real good. But that the clipping of the leg, we can't see the knee no more. That's good. Everything else is a little busted. I should have chose something shorter. We could have used it. But in the next two, there's mad options. We got so many options. This, like I said, all 3 of these packs came with 400 items a piece. God dog. So the first sound like what's the pig in the old cartoons? The stuttering pig. You like that? That's all, folks. That's a classic. I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I used to love watching them old cartoons. Those are way past my dang time. But good cartoons is good cartoons. When you was a kid, I definitely wasn't watching whatever the fuck was on TV for the most part. Well, no, actually, when I was a youngster, it was actually some decent stuff on TV. We had Foster's Home with Imaginary Friends, Dexter's Laboratory, dang, what else? Courage the Cowardly Dog. There was a lot of heaters when I was a kid. I don't know what the fuck they be having on TV nowadays. Teen Titans, the original one, not the one with not that Teen Titans Go bull crap, the original Teen Titans. I ain't gonna lie, Teen Titans was the first time, because they had the singers, the 2 singers. They be singing an intro song. That was the first time in my life I had ever seen some Asian ladies, man. I was like, I ain't never seen these type of people. I don't know what they are. But God, dog, you gotta understand, you know what I'm saying? I was living in Buffalo, fucking New York. I was in the hood. All I knew was black people, white people, and Latinos. That's all I knew. Then slowly I learned about Arabic folks because we would go over to the corner stores and that's who would be running the corner stores. But that show introduced me to Japanese. I was like, I ain't never heard of it. I don't know what it is, but them 2 look pretty as fuck. I was like 9 years old, I think. I was like 9. I think they were twin sisters. I don't remember if they were twin sisters. I might have been mistakenly and possibly racistly thinking that because I was like 9 and never seen Asian folks before. I think I'm pretty sure they were sisters. I don't know. It was so long ago. I was like 9, like 20 years ago now. It might have been a little racist. They might not have been twins or sisters. Alright, 9-year-old Jalen ain't know no better. Alright, was like I said, that was the first time I ever seen Asians. I ain't know nobody. That's all you ever saw was blacks and whites. That's all I ever saw in my life. Like 90% black folks. I ain't know nothing else. I was a youngster. The only people I ever saw look like me. Then I started seeing white people. For real, I didn't even know that they were different people. I just thought they were lighter variants. You know how kids is. Kids don't see race. They see another person. You're taught that, you know. But when I was a youngster, and I finally understood that there was indeed different peoples. I ain't never seen no Asian lady before. I mean, I wasn't disappointed. I wasn't disappointed. Oh shoot, you know what I just realized? I only have one Asian character over here on Skyrim. I've never done an Asian ladies episode here on Skyrim like I do on Cyberpunk. Well, don't be surprised if one of these days you see an Asian ladies episode. Wait, what am I talking about? I did that already. I'm dumb. I made the Japanese lady and I made the Vietnamese lady. What the fuck? I forgot, it's been a minute. It's been a little while, That was the whole point of the dang Korean city I had found, was to use my Korean character, my Japanese character, and my Vietnamese character. I chose Vietnamese because I realized I don't have any Vietnamese characters. I have Thai characters, I have Japanese characters, Korean characters, Indonesian. I have an Indonesian character. A few, actually. One on Black Desert, one on Cyberpunk. But I did not have any Vietnamese characters. Unless I do. I probably do. But on my Black Desert account, I ain't been on in like a year. My other accounts. I got like 4 Black Desert accounts. I only ever play my main one, though. The rest of them I have not been on in, shoot, who knows how long. It's been some time, that's for dang sure. We can see the full back end of the dress. I just realized you ain't seen the back side of the dress not once. Reminds me of like Blood Elf gear on Skyrim, or Warcraft, I mean. But of course, it's the real variant and not the Blood Elf variant. And boom, that there is a full 10. Go on to the next character. Alrighty, we got in the day in the building with the ruby red. Okay, you see the ruby red on the shoes. The dress with the little fur jacket. I'm saying Mrs. Muscles in the building. I'm saying it's my she's my most muscular built character. Well, no, that's not the proper way to say it, because all my characters are muscular. She's the closest to being shredded. Yeah, that's a better way to say it. She has the least. Yeah, that's the best way to say it. She's the closest to shredded. She would have the least amount of chunkiness on the body in comparison to the rest of all my characters are muscular, outside of the ones that are skinny. All these fools is muscular because they're all melee builds. Even some of my dang casters is muscular. So, yeah, it's not the proper way to say it because they all muscular. Some just a little more chunky than others. As with this character, I'm like, you know what? Since she's an archer, she rocks a lot of heavy armor, which means she's going to be running around a lot. But because of the heavy armor, she still needs a bit of mass to move with all that armor properly and not be taxed so heavily. You know what I'm saying? Not have the body be taxed so heavily by being strong with all that heavy armor. With all that heavy duty armor on. Oh, that's enough. Oh no. That looks terrible. I just realized that. I wanted to use the crib again, but I done used so many spots I don't know where to go. I didn't realize the world was half off like that. If she wasn't in the dang way, I could just be here. But this dang fool with them big old Adidas, them dang Adidas boots, is in my way. Unless I go like right here. This is pretty nice. Go like right here. And fucking Adidas boots she got on. Weather report. I'm tired of these weather reports. I've been living here my whole dang life. I know how hot it is. I don't need a weather report on how hot it is. It's hot. It's in the middle of August and it's still hot. I don't need a report for that. Okay? I can just look up and outside and tell that it's pretty dang hot. Even with all these dang clouds, it's pretty dang hot. Pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that old video? Where the dude says, pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. And the woman says, then I don't need a jacket. And he just does that absolutely horrific laugh. That is a YouTube classic. I wonder how many of y'all even know about that. Man, if you don't, get up, man. That was hilarious. The ugliest laugh I ever heard in my life. Probably very hearty and genuine too. Or maybe it wasn't genuine. He was just trying to save her poo butt joke. And I don't need a jacket. It's like, huh? What kind of joke is that? That was a YouTube classic, dude. We probably should be facing this way. This is a pretty dang small dress she's wearing, as you can very clearly see. I tell you what though, out of all my characters, unless you count the body I built for Lynx, you know, she's my largest character. I built this character. She built nice. I mean, all my characters is built nice. But if you like more of the muscular built character than the chunkier built characters, this definitely be your favorite character here. That would be her. Pause that. Although I do have that other body type that I made that's also quite dang muscular. I never built any shredded body types though, because for Skyrim standards that wouldn't be all that realistic. Number one, and number two, don't get me wrong, woman with some muscles, ain't nothing wrong with it. Obviously, you could tell by pretty much 90% of my characters. However, when it comes to the muscles, I'm definitely more leaning on this character's body type. Muscular with a little bit of thickness. God, dog, you can't beat it. You can't beat it, dude. We talking about 2 different types of curvatures on top of 2 different types of curvatures, dude. You can't beat it. You know what I'm saying? You just can't. One of these days I probably will though. I should have at least one character who be mad shredded. Make it like an assassin character who has to move fast and be super sneaky. Maybe like a Victoria or something. Since Blood Oaths are fairly thin on Warcraft. They're not shredded though. So that's why I didn't think about doing that for her. Only the male characters and certain female characters are mad shredded on Warcraft. That'd be a Night Elf and your Orc. Every other female character on the game is not shredded. They might be thin, but none of them are like shredded. Only the Orc and the Night Elf. Night Elf because she is absurdly tall, and they're the warriors of the elf world. And Orc because, well, they're fucking orcs. And orcs are always muscle bound in practically every game they've ever existed in. Naturally, the female orc would be pretty muscle bound too. Night elves being super tall warriors, stealths of the night, they naturally gonna be mad shredded. Everybody else though is fairly either thin or kind of like her build, where they are muscular but softer. You know what I'm saying? Which is typically how a woman would be on them steroids or thin enough to be shredded. That's just the natural build. A natural build. One of my probably one of my favorite body types. It's just great looking. What can I say? It's just absolutely great looking. I mean, dang, nose is itching like crazy for some reason. You know what that means? That means it's time for a dang nostril trim. Be sitting there just chilling, and for some dang reason your nose just won't stop itching. That means the nostrils need a trimming. Okay, and they probably do, because not all the time I think about trimming my nostrils. Which you probably should. Maybe you should. Maybe you shouldn't. I don't fucking know. I only ever do it just to get my nose to stop itching. I don't think people really be looking at your nose. Unless your craps is straight protruding. Maybe. Your nose hair is so long, them joints is protruding. Then at that point, it's like, okay, trim up them dang nostril hairs, man. I ain't never, my preps don't be that long. You ain't gonna ever see no dang hair sticking out my nose. It's always the main downside for me is that my hair grows back fast. I shaved my face and no joke in like a week or two, the hair was back. But you know what's stupid? My hair will grow fast, especially my beard hair, but it won't grow fully. It's like we out here, you know what I mean, choosing, we prioritizing the wrong kind of growth here, you know what I mean? Why is it growing fast but not full? And I gotta trim it in different ways to make it look proper. But if I trim it incorrectly, like I did not too long ago, I get fire face. You're probably wondering, what the heck is fire face? For all my people who got coarse hair when you cut it short, y'all probably know. You cut your dang facial hair too low, it digs back into the skin and your whole face is on fire for like a week, maybe even 2. I just finally, it stopped. And no matter how much fucking moisturizing, oils, face washing you do, nothing changes the fire face because the hair is literally curving back into your skin and digging. It's so dang bad that I can't even cut the hair on my head that low because it also is very razor blade like. So one time, right, I accidentally chopped my dang hair too low. Now I'm saying I was just supposed to cut the top half of my hair off to get it nice and low, but not too much. This is when I had them crazy looking dreads. I just wanted to cut my hair down because I'm like, alright, this crap is mad ugly. And 2, you gotta take too much care of it. It was the most improper looking freeform dreads. And now freeform dreads are supposed to have a specific look because they're freeform. Mine wasn't freeform, they were homeless form, dude. That crap was crazy. Obviously, you know, when you freeforming some dreads, it's supposed to look a certain way because it's just how it works. Mine didn't look like any of that. They were terrible because I wasn't actually taking care of it. So I'm like, okay, let me just cut this crap off my head. So I did. And the dang, at the time, I didn't have a guard for my clippers. I was using a comb. I would put the clippers on top of a dang comb, and I would, you know, I had it acting like a guard, and it was working quite well actually. Until clippers had the audacity to slide off the comb, and boom, there was a bald spot in the middle of my dang head. Now thinking back on it, I should have just rolled with it because I could have easily wore hats because the rest of my hair looked fine. It was just that bald patch in the very middle. And those clippers at the time that I was using, they weren't that big. So I could have easily rocked a bald patch and avoided firehead for 2 weeks and getting little to no sleep because my head is on fire. So I did the tests, okay? Man, oils, brushing, all kinds of crap. What in the world? Booty out of here, lady. All kinds of crap. Why is this little face fool? What the fuck? Just pull up and like, yo, I'm gonna watch real quick. Well, we done. We got 10. I'm just telling the dang story. So I'm sitting here, right? Ooh, really pulled up and then said I'm done, and then she gets up. Kind of crap, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm looking at this bald patch in the middle of my head. I'm like, God, dog, I gotta go bald, son. So I cut all of it off. I'm greasing my head. I'm brushing the hairs in the proper directions and in the way your head is supposed to be shaped and whatnot. Mine swirls from the back of my head. Okay, kind of like what it's the perfect type of swirling that you would want if you're trying to get 360 waves. I don't give a crap about waves though, so I ain't never tried. I did one time and they were actually pretty dang clean, but I'm like, you know, it's whatever. I did all that, the oils, the moisturizing, the cleaning the head, all that. Nothing stopped it. So I'm like, what the fuck could be causing this bad of itching? Man, one time I wanted to test and see, I'm like, could it be possible that my hair is digging into my scalp? So one time I put some alcohol on a paper towel. I doused it. I put the thing on top of my head and the burn was crazy. It was insane. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. My hair is shredding my fucking scalp. My own hair be shredding his scalp. So I can't cut my hair low. Dang near ever. Not on my face or my dang head. It's bad. It's real bad. And no matter what I've tried, it's bad, dude. It's real bad, son. So I have to cut at a very specific distance amount. So on my head, I usually use like guard 4. And for my face, I typically don't like to cut my face that low anyways, just because I like the look of the beard. But if I do, then I also cut where you can clearly see that I still got facial hair. And it's the perfect amount, but not to the face. Because if I cut to the face, it was bad. I started having like bumps and crap started popping up. I'm like, oh no. See, I can't be having those razor bumps. Start leaving craters in your dang face. Whoa, hello. My mic has been unplugged this entire time. Sick. Nice. Man, when the fuck did it get unplugged? Plug. Hold on, man. You kidding me? At some point, I accidentally disconnected the mic when we started recording her part. God, dog, dude. Hey, man. What the fuck? You kidding me? How? I never even touched the dang mic. I left it here in between. Oh, man. Y'all, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that like button, that notification bell. Share with your people. Join Legendary Clean Sports Channel. Become legendary, dude. That'll never happen again, alright? Normally, I look over to make sure I'm not disconnected. But because I never touched my mic, I would have never thought that I was disconnected. I never touched my mic. Usually when it gets disconnected is because I might move it, adjust it. I never touched it. It's been in the same spot for the past 4 hours. Maybe 5 since I've been recording Black Desert and now Skyrim. Son of a gun. Yo, man, make sure you hit that like button. Check out all the links in the description. You might find some stuff you might like. Check out the new merch. It's mad swaggy. Instagram. Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. With that being said, I'm out.